the course that I'll be talking today. So this is not a course, but this is a kind of a learning path for anyone to grab opportunities in artificial intelligence in future. So we did a lot of research about it, and we had come up with a kind of a cream of what is your career path should be and what you have to learn. It can be from us, it can be doesn't need to be from us. Don't take it that as a kind of a obligation. So this is just this 1 hour. If you can really spend your time and then dedicate your time to understand what is required for you to learn in AI, so that you can see the lot of opportunities around. Okay, so first thing first, you can see here we got few modules here. You may try to see it here. We got some modules here that we had identified. So just focus on this. So we have around 6 modules that we had identified. So these 6 modules, including AI basics, large language LLM means large language model and prompt engineering, which is a second module. And the third module is how about completely developing AI agents. So while developing agents, there are 2 ways that we actually prefer to learn. One is no coding, so that you can know complete domain of AI, which is how to build an agent and how to create this different chatbot kind of applications, and how to use AI in your business. I'm not talking about chat GPT here. I'm talking about thousands of chat GPTs, how they can work together to solve a bigger problem. That's what in corporate companies, in the bigger companies, there is always a there is always a an opportunity for to develop AI agents, and that is what is the biggest thing which is happening nowadays. So keeping that in mind, we actually are uh, trying to teach you how to build an agent. While building an agent, you will definitely learn the basics of AI, which is nothing but your MCP servers, tools, RAG, and different LLMs. So building an agent through no code platform is one thing that we teach. And then after that, we'll go into the advanced program, which is Python programming, which is required for you to understand how we can scale up those kind of agents. Okay, because example, you are developing an application, which is absolutely fine, but if we want to scale up and commercialize it, we need to put them forward into Python programming. And in Python programming, when we teach Python programming, we will also teach you the basics of machine learning models and its workflows, which is a fundamental data science of how you can develop agents. And then finally, this all agents should be deployed to a complete, deployable servers, which can be Azure or AWS. So we will make sure that you are deploying on that application. So we'll teach you complete end-to-end, starting from AI basics till deploying the complete end-to-end applications into an Azure servers. So that way, which includes creating data pipelines and using AI at the right places, is what our ultimate goal of teaching you this particular modules. So if you completely learn this, this is the ultimate 360 degrees of view of what the people are expecting in today's market, especially in UK. Okay. So that's the reason why these are the 6 modules which you have to learn to become an AI engineer. Okay. And for that, any background people can do it. So especially with Python programming, very importantly, there is something called AI driven programming, which is nothing but you write the program using AI. So for that also you need some skills. Like example, you got Codex, you got Git Auto, I mean sorry, Git Autopilot and Copilot. We got a lot of AI tools to write the code itself. But how to write that code also we will teach you, so that minimal programming, absolutely minimal, is basics of Python is what required for anyone to become an AI engineer. So we will teach you any background, guys. If you are from any background, doesn't matter, software tester, developer, fresher, doesn't matter which background you are, you will be able to complete this six modules. Okay. So while seeing that, guys, very interesting. Please focus on what I'm teaching. Is very important. You need to carry over. We have done a research on the latest job opportunities in UK. Okay. And you can see here surprisingly, there are a lot of opportunities already in UK. And these opportunities are absolutely hot cake right now. And in 2026, you would expect hundreds of opportunities around this AI engineer role. Okay. So that's the reason why what we have done. Okay. So we have done some research and we had identify the opportunities available. And I'm very proud to say that the opportunities are even going up to 170K dollars, which is we are looking around 120 to 150K salary is what people are ready to give for this particular role. Okay, so there are lot of opportunities available. The range of salaries are amazing big. Okay, so you can see here a lot of opportunities are available for this kind of roles. We also have some other opportunities around AI tester and AI ML engineer. You can we're also providing that courses as well. But this particular demo today is about AI engineer and AI consultant. Okay, so shall we open couple of opportunities, guys? Do you want to see the job descriptions? And do you want to see what exactly they're looking for?
Yeah, it will be good to
Oh,
see.
sure, sure.
Okay. So I'll start with this 120K, 170K. It's very interesting. Okay. So here you can see here, this is an opportunity, and there's a company called High Touch, and this is London, UK. And you can see here to start with, this is a 170 to 200K dollars. Okay, is the opportunity. Okay, and when we go back into the detail, the job description is very surprisingly very easy. Okay, so if you see the job description of these guys, okay, so here uh, you can see, if you see the gist of this role, what they're expecting. Okay, see here. So own all phase of AI decision using use case delivery, working alongside high touch engineers, customer executives, marketers, and stakeholders. So you should be part of all stages of AI decision. So you can see here, guys, listen carefully. AI, 70 to 80% of any role that you will be seeing in next 5-10 minutes. I will be showing multiple roles. I'm not making up this, guys. This is a job opportunity right now available, and this is not developed by AI, or no, I'm not selling anything. I'm talking about reality. Okay, so here 70 to 80% of the skill of a AI engineer or this kind of roles are domain knowledge of AI. Okay, how much you know about AI, so how you can solutionize. Example, you are part of a decision making unit, you should be able to convert a business problem into a AI architecture. So here 70% of the skill that you have to learn, or what we will be teaching, is about domain knowledge of AI. Like what are the different kinds of large language models available, where to use large language model, where to use tools, and how we can convert, how we can solve the problem of business using AI. That is where the biggest ask is. Okay. And now coming back to this, run design sessions with customers to decide on document, use case, requirement, and improvements. Okay, that is nothing but understanding how we can deliver AI projects to them. Champion in delivery and project management. So you need to promise to the client that you will deliver an AI agent for them, for example, and you need to make sure that it is delivered. Okay, build relationship with key stakeholders and high touch customers. Participate in AI decision product strategy. This is very important. So you need to be able to take a decision on how the AI product should be built. Okay, so this is all domain, guys. This is no technical. Previously, when you see any of the AI role, they ask 90% supervised learning, unsupervised learning, data science, what you call the algorithms, all this lot of things. But now things are completely changed. Okay, now it's about you knowing about AI. And coming to the very importantly, this is what I would like. You should have a programming experience with Python programming. Okay, MATLAB and SQL. SQL and Python programming is an important part of this. So if you are having that AI domain knowledge and programming knowledge, okay, and what is they're offering for you?
Yes, everyone can interact. So, what is the salary range you are able to see, please?
Okay, so how many people want to apply this job, guys? How many want to touch base this 200K mark? Raise your hands. Okay, I want to definitely get this job. Okay, so I want to raise myself.
Even we too.
Okay. Okay. Now, okay. So everybody want, guys. This is like, guys, this is a golden period of you in AI. Okay. AI is an opportunity. Okay. AI is not a bottleneck. It's an opportunity. Okay. Let me take one more opportunity. AI engineer. Okay. So you can see here again, AI engineer. Salary is not very much mentioned. Okay. Now, this opportunity again coming from a company called MedPace. You can apply for this job. So no issues with this if you have completed the course. And what they're looking for: design, implement, deploy machine learning models and system to solve complex problem. Research development, machine learning algorithms and models for tasks. So see here, guys, AI. If you're talking about AI, the underneath point of AI is machine learning. Okay, so machine learning is something which already, if you can see the course curriculum which I discussed, ML models. Okay, so 100% we know that you need to know machine learning model. So that is covered. What else? Research in AI tools like NLP, LLM. Okay, we have LLM. Yes, LLM covered. I'm just even the highlights, guys. I'm telling. If you see the highlights of our course or what we teach or what you have to learn, okay, is covering each and every part of job description. That's how we match. If you are able to match job descriptions, means you are having a skills with you for this job, then automatically people will hire you. Okay, it is not a rocket science. If you have the skills for what they're looking for, then obviously you will get a job. Very simple formula. Data sets, which is nothing but Azure pipeline, which we discussed. Data cleaning, infrastructure, which is Azure. We will tell how to deploy in Azure. That's exactly what deploying. Okay. And what is the qualification? So you should know, this is exactly I'm telling you should know technical professions in programming language frameworks commonly used in NLP and AI. Okay. Python. So obviously you should know Python. Okay. Showcase passionate about utilizing AI, which is again the one knowledge of AI. Passionate about staying up to date with latest development in NLP and AI technologies, which is what we discussed as a domain. And that's it, guys. I mean, that's it. So if you see the highlights, if you see from my point of view, Python, AI, machine learning, okay, that is the three important things and bit of Azure. These are the 4 points this guy need. Okay. And if your CV is matching with that, absolutely, you will be able to get that opportunity. Okay. And similarly,
Just a question to ask, Sriram.
yeah.
Is that okay if I ask you, or do you
Yeah,
want
yeah,
to
please,
continue?
please, please, please. Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm just looking at two of your the job profiles which you shared. Python being common, there are other languages or other programming languages which are required by the companies. Like one is MATLAB and one other one is TensorFlow. How much they stress on that to have. So once we are ready with Python, okay, AL and everything is ready. Okay, we know a bit of Azure, how to deploy and all. So, but rest of the languages, how they, I mean, would they stress that to have that on board? Because there are so many people who are like same to same, like everybody wants to jump into artificial intelligence, so they will have an extra feather compared to what we get trained. So how that will help us? Do we need to know really about them, or how to
Yeah,
convince?
see, as a part of Python, yeah, see, the thing is, see, awareness is very much important, okay? Because
Mhm.
the only reason is when you are developing AI models, some part of the AI models, even for large language model, there may be situations where we need to give that data or give the data sets, or if you want to train the model, because large language model will give the base, but we need to train that using RAG and all those things. For that also we need MATLAB lib. I mean, there may be a utility that we need to develop in Python. So yes, these kind of things, MATLAB lib, and there is something about pandas and stuff. So they are very much required, and as a part of the course curriculum we have that. So when I say Python, this all are covered. Okay, not only Python, what is creating a function in a class. When we teach Python, you need to cover them, like those kind of libraries, which is pandas, MATLAB lib, and there are a few other things that we will be discussing. Yes, having awareness of all of them is definitely required when you talk about Python. We're not skipping that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, but however, in this world, nobody is writing the code. That is where the AI driven development is what the new thing that we had invented. Where when you even writing the MATLAB lib or anything, you don't need to write like, like you don't need to write a big line of code. Even example I'm telling here, example you are, I'm just showing you because of you asking me. Example here, we are creating one small uh, Gemini response. Okay, see here, we are trying to use some arrays, and we want to, create some Python coding for an example. Okay, so here in this Python programming, okay, so what I'm trying to do here, okay, so here I am trying to uh, create some list of read some list of URLs from the given data, and trying to teach our LLM on that. For an example, this is as simple as it. So this code, if I just go, you don't, I mean, again, guys, we don't need to write this code. If it is AI driven development, we just go, but I can't completely say create a complete project. If I know the algorithm, for an example here, this particular line of code, I can simply ask my AI to write this code, and it will happily go and write exactly this code, and you will get the logic out of it. It may not be using exactly the name on, like the same names and stuff, but end of the day, even this line of code, you should be able to easily write it using AI driven development. That's what we'll teach. Okay.
Thank you, Shyam.
Okay, so yeah, one more last opportunity I'm taking, guys. So again, one more AI engineer, the company called Orbital. So what they're looking for. Okay, now let's look into it. Take ownership of AI technology decisions, lay the groundwork for the company's ambitious growth plan, which is nothing but you participate in your domain knowledge of AI discussions. And there in your discussion, you have to say how much what is power of AI, what AI can do, what AI cannot do, including what AI should not do as well. Okay, which is nothing but compliance and security. And design, develop, and deploy AI-driven system features integrating state-of-art large language model, which is we discussed. Collaborate with cross-functional team, AI engineers, AI product owners. So this is even there are a lot of opportunities for AI product owners as well. Okay, VP of AI, real estate, legal domain expert of the software engineers, and blah blah. So that means that in this company, this is the good thing, guys. You can even become a product manager. Now, in the company, every part of the company's team should have AI. See, VP of AI. So you should know AI. So you cannot stay in this kind of environment without you having AI in your title. That's the reality. Okay. AI product manager, VP of AI. So why the VP need to know AI? He have to definitely now he need to know AI. Otherwise, there's no option. Okay. So exploring this is agentic architecture, which is nothing but our agentic AI, which we discussed, RAG, obviously. quality aspect that we will discuss the quality aspect as well. Um, Working with business to ensure future you develop have a retail impact customers and move business metrics to design build a brand new product that doesn't exist in the market. Participate in architecture and code reviews to continuously improve the quality. Okay, so obviously you need to be part of the. I mean, you need to have a good vision of AI. So when you are developing an agent, you should know how the agent and where to use what and which what is the components. You should know in and out of it. Okay, and who should apply? A background software engineer, people like you, and had a made the transition into AI engineering. Okay, this is a very powerful word, guys. If you really read this word 2 to 3 times here back to front, you have a background in software engineering and have the transition into AI engineering or motivated to take the transition. Okay, what does that mean, guys? They know that reality is nobody is good in AI now. The AI, the level of AI. Okay, ChatGPT, everybody knows. I'm not talking about that 1% of AI. I'm talking about 70-80% of AI that people are aware. Like example, I'm thinking I know 60% of AI. Okay, maybe you people are 20%. Okay, but they may be still a lot to learn. But the point here is, listen carefully, because there is no this all coming new. Maximum 6 months is what the technology. So they're not expecting somebody to have like a 5 years 6 years experience in AI. They want people who already have software engineering mindset, which is exactly you, because you already are a software engineer, you are testers, you are developers, you are product managers, you are something you have done in software. They want people like you who had transitioned into AI engineering, means they learned AI engineering. So exactly what you are doing now. You are learning AI engineering. Or even motivation is also okay. See how good it is. So now this is an opportunity, guys. If you are a software developer, learn AI. If you go to the companies and straight away say, yes, I am a software developer, but last 6 months or 3 months as a part of this course, you are doing AI. That's enough story for you to get a job. Bigger job. I know you have a very comfortable job. I'm not complaining that. But if you want to sustain yourself in future, you make a decision now, learn AI, go to the companies, say last 6 months, I developed 2 agents. As simple as that. Developing 2 agents, one with no code, one with code. Okay. No code, people, I mean, I can teach you in 1 week. With code, I have to teach you in 1 month. That's the difference because Python programming is there. That's a simple thing. If you are saying that I develop two agents, one for example mortgage advisor and one for a law firm, example customer service law firm. Okay, you created a customer service agent. That's absolutely fine. That's an agent, and that you will have RAG, blah blah blah, everything included, including data pipeline and your transaction. That's it. If you are able to show that, you are excited about potential of LLM agentic architecture, which is exactly what, if you ask me, this is the example, guys. This is the C example. This is one of the architecture which I can discuss about. This is the architecture that you can develop and design, and this is one of the agent that I use like every day. Okay, so if you are able to develop this kind of an architecture, this is exactly what this guy is talking about. Okay, where is this opportunity? Okay, architecture. So you should be able to develop an architecture. Python, yes, you need to know Python. English, blah blah blah. Again, prior experience in LLM, GPT-5 models, different models. That is part of our. I'll go to the curriculum. APIs, CI/CD, which is our Azure, and there'll be some extra things like GraphQL APIs and all. But after you learn AI, this will be easy for you to learn. Okay, based on the this. And again, here we will be here to help you because as so coming to the first module. So what you people need to learn as a part of first module. Okay. So basically the ideal way of learning AI, first of all, you need to know what is going around in AI. Okay. So you need to know what is going around, especially you need to know what is Anthropic, what is Google, what is Meta. So you need to know what are the different kinds of people. Janki, I got you. Mahesh, I got you. Jignesh, I got you. Okay. 4 members I got. Remaining people, I'm waiting for you. Thank you. So traditional ML, I mean, you need to know what is going around in AI, and you need to know, I mean, because guys, first of all, take ChatGPT out of your mind. Then you will definitely feel the value of AI. Okay, there is a lot of aroma coming out of AI. You will exactly feel when you take ChatGPT out of your nose. Okay, that means that just one is ChatGPT. There are hundreds of things. Example in finance, retail, healthcare. Example, I worked at Sainsbury. We did lot of work in AI, like creating a automated automated shelves booking. Yeah, I got a missed call. Yeah, okay, guys, I got one. Somebody, yes. Who is that? Who missed call? Just put your name. Yeah, Ankit, I got it. Okay, so guys, it's coming to Sainsbury's. We did automated
It's
shelf selection.
yeah, it's
So we did AI to identify which 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 shelf. The example, you go to Sainsbury, you will see bottles, beer bottles, and you can see toys. So which one to go front, which one to go back, is also a kind of a okay. This is also part of your AI. So like that, hundreds of AIs are there. AI applications are available. Okay. Now, Nadesh Babu, thank you. Now
welcome.
coming to, yeah, and now coming to the other persons, other points of AI, guys. This is the fundamentals of AI, which is large language model, prompt engineering, RAG, and MCP servers. Okay. So what is this 4 modules? What is this? So large language models, I'm not talking about ChatGPT or Gemini. I'm talking about SDKs, because this SDKs that we discuss about is nothing but your core of your AI, like OpenAI 5, and you got OpenAI 5.2, 5.2. You need to know the differences between why we need to use 4, why we need to use 5. Okay, why we cannot use Gemini, and where to use Anthropic, and where to you have to use the what you call clouding. Okay, these are very important information. If you don't know that, there's nothing you can do in AI. Exactly, we got nano bananas. Where to use nano bananas? I'm not talking about your application that you go and type in Gemini, guys. I'm talking about APIs. Okay, so how? Okay, if you want to see here my screen, why it is helpful for me. Okay, you can ask, sir, like, where are you actually seeing the difference between what is the value for you to know the what is the different LLMs. Okay, let me show an example. Okay, so you let me show an example of where I can actually switch between different LLMs, and why I will switch it, where I will switch it, I will show you. Not the web application. When you are talking about web application, Chat GPT application, which is the last thing that I even think about. Okay, so see my screen. I have an application here. Okay, guys, see, I'm talking about where I will apply LLMs. This is a very important topic. Okay, now for an example, yesterday we had developed one agent to develop what called create an automated test cases from a data, and it will help us to identify whether the test case is can be automated or cannot be automated. Okay, example, you have a regression pack, right? I think you people know about our software testing. So there is
Yeah,
always a question whether a test case can be automated or cannot be automated, right? Okay, so now example, I have one agent which will help me to create automation code for the my manual test cases. But before doing that, it itself will identify whether a test case can be automated or not. Okay, so how much of nice AI is helping? Okay, now let me talk. By the way, guys, this is one of the tool that we will teach you as a part of the course, which is completely no coding platform, but that will give you the value of AI. Okay, now see here in my case, I have one AI agent, because as you see here, the data is coming from Google Sheet, and I have one utility to this can be a Python utility. And now I have one agent which I created. And in this agent, I created one prompt saying that, hello, Mr. AI, you are an automation engineer. And I had given a very, very big prompt. You don't even think about how I got it. For that, I need to do a lot of research to get a nice prompt. I don't want to share this prompt. This is my business logic. But the point here is, listen carefully, guys. This agent is, I will run this agent, by the way, okay, in front of you. Okay. Now, in this agent, when I am creating this agent, I have an opportunity to select between multiple agents. Okay, so here I got an opportunity. This is the knowledge that you people need to know before even doing anything in AI. So that you will take a right decision. Example, you are an AI engineer working for a company. When you are dealing with the bigger meetings, they will tell, shall we use Gemini, what called Gemini or OpenAI 5, sorry, OpenAI 5 or ChatGPT 5, GPT-5, or shall we use 4? But 4 is less cost, but 5 is very costly. Do we need to use 5? Nobody knows if you are not having knowledge of AI. Now, if you are after this course, you will know each and every out of it. But now where that decision is coming into picture. Right now here, you can see here, while I am writing my test cases, I got multiple Gemini, multiple GPTs available. Which one I need to use? Can anybody suggest, guys? By the way, let's ask open question, because you know, all people are very good at AI. You people want to learn AI, which is very good. Now tell me, guys, open question. If I want to use an AI, which AI I have to use? Which is the best one? Can you tell me based on the scenario? Can you guys give a guess? Which one is the right one?
Hello, sir. I think
It is 4.
Okay, you are saying 4. Okay.
GPT-5 is generally good for most things.
Okay.
But it's costly, right? Based on
Yeah.
the company, we need to
So there
tell
is
the
another one called Grok,
agent.
which is probably not here, sir, but
It is here. Why not? I will add Grok. It's just a 1 second time for me.
yeah, GROQ.
Yeah, I know. Grok.
Yeah, this one, yeah.
Yeah, we can use this.
I found the pricing to be very reasonable on this one. And then you can choose from here.
Okay. Which got Llama. Llama is Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and yeah, we can use Llama. Why not? But why? Why Grok? Why not ChatGPT 5?
My personal experience, just a little bit playing with N10, I found the pricing model for Grok was fairly cheaper than ChatGPT 5.
But
So,
always price will come up with the
yes,
quality,
there
right?
will be thing. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Per
So
token, yeah. I even
yeah.
tried installing an Olama instance locally and exposing through something like what do you call Cloudflare,
Yeah. So
or
guys,
maybe even
so
N10 locally, something like that.
yeah. So yeah, see now my point of view, we can use ChatGPT 5. Absolutely no issues with this. And we can use it. But the only question is, how many test cases we have to do this? So what is the volume of data we're talking about? Because every time I need to touch the token, there's a cost. My point of view, in this case, my decision is depends upon I think I'm expecting you to ask this question. You need to ask, sir, how many times you will use the API, how many times you will use the AI. If I tell 1, then which one is better?
GPT-5.
5, obviously. Even 5.2 is coming tomorrow, literally, you can use that. Okay. But if it is 1,000, then then that is where
Local.
you need to take a decision. Okay. Then
Yeah.
you need to do locally. Okay. Now, coming back to this workflow, guys, because we're talking about that, let me show you how it works. Okay. So what I have done as a part of this. So I did a lot of so AI test cases, you will see here. Okay. So here, hopefully Anna had added more test cases, or if not, I don't know. It is only less. Okay. Any it's still here. Okay. Yeah. I got 3 test cases. Okay. Now I have run it, but in your case, I will delete it again. Now see here, guys, it's a nice agent. It got all the test cases here. Okay. Now I need to tell whether it can be automation required or not. If it is required, why? If it is not, why? And if it is required, then it should create an automation code in Python. Okay, see how easy it is. Automation testing, we are talking about how can we get a job in automation testing. Now that days are completely gone. The code that your GPT-5 will write. And by the way, for your information, to write the code, I never used anything else than 5.1 codex. What is codex?
So it is so basically for specialized AI for coding, GPT from GPT.
GPT. It is number one right now. It is the right one to write the code. You new coding partner. See how nice it is. This is the best one, no doubt in it. So that's the reason why I never used one GPT. I used two GPTs here. Okay, one is for coding and one is for logical brain. Okay, and also I haven't just used that logical brain. I used my old test cases to learn, because my test cases is not generic. That is specific to my company. Example, in finance, you have a different criteria for deciding something. In the retail is different. The e-com is different. So that's the reason why I added one more tool here, and this tooling will give you the all 1,000 test cases which is there, so that it will learn from my company's domain, and it will learn from a generic, and then it will take a decision, and then I will have one more thing to extract the information, one API, one AI to convert that into code. Okay, so if you are thinking that ChatGPT is your knowledge, that you are using ChatGPT is your AI knowledge, then you are doing a mistake. Because I am right now in your front of your eyes, I am using 3 ChatGPTs playing around the way that I play cricket. Okay, that is a level of AI knowledge that I want you guys to learn. Okay, that's what the course is about. So now here, just to create one end-to-end workflow, I create 3 agents, and I had used one tool, and I can use RAG and I can use MCP servers. I haven't used many MCP servers. Yes, I did Google Sheet, but I can use hundreds of MCP servers here. Okay, I have MCP client and I can use anything in the world. Okay, you want to what, Gmail, or you want to use Azure. Okay, everything in the world I can link it with my AI. Okay, that's the beauty of AI nowadays. So world is in our fingertips. Now coming back to your execution. Okay, right now guys, see right now what happened. I did a unlink it. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
No, okay. Okay, what happened now? What did you do? Okay, just give me a second, guys.
Yeah.
Open AI tool, right? Okay, fine. This is where I save out my credentials, save it.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
We are good.
Okay. Okay, guys, see here, now my test cases are being read by this wonderful agent. Now agent is giving to one more agent to do some extraction of the data. Now it will go to Excel sheet. Now the other agent will write the code, and it will write the code for. And it is now writing the code. And is it taking a lot of time?
And no, quick, because it's running for all the test cases, no? So that's the reason, yeah. So a couple of minutes. Not
see, guys, in front of you, see how nice the agents are working. Okay. And by the way, while that is working, I can show you the data. And where is the data? This is the thing. See here, out of my 3 test cases, 2 test cases are qualified as a very good test case for automation testing. 1 is unqualified, because the test cases verify static content, which is unlikely to change frequently and impact core business process. So automation is not necessary. See, see, this is a tester's brain. So now AI is using tester's brain. Okay. So now this 3 data is we are getting. I'm not using ChatGPT here. I am not using like Gemini, but I'm using agents, which is built by myself. How much confident I am now? Okay, because I built my own agents. That is what companies need, guys. If you are, I'm not saying this is one of the agent that you can show to your company that, okay, I have a lot of test cases. I can't do this. Can we use an agent? That's fine. That's how you show. But that is one thing. Okay. Similarly, while that is happening, let me show other examples, guys. Okay. But guys, I'm not selling anything. I'm not showing off myself. The thing is, I'm telling you the value of AI is grown such a way that AI can be used everywhere. Okay. Example, I got one restaurant agent. I got one agent to create social media posts. Okay. This is a little bit complicated agent, but it will be a nice agent. See here. And now when you learn the course, guys, when you go to the company, this is what I'm telling you. Use your domain knowledge to design the AI, which is agent. Now use your Python coding skills to convert this into Python coding. Nothing but your land graph and lang chain and convert that into Python coding or real library. This is the POC, but it is not a scalable solution. Scalable solution, you need to go and do it in a very appropriate way. So this is what you learn from a domain, and that's what you do it. Okay. So example, this is an agent which I developed. So this agent is it will create your video. So where it is creating? It is creating through a agent called VOE3. What is VOE3? VOE3 is nothing but Gemini's video generator. So I'm using VOE3 to generate my social media content in a continuous way. It's like a continuous way. Okay. This is one of the agent which I use, and this agent I am actually doing for one customer, and he wants the agents to every day morning to do a social media post in all these platforms, including Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Threads, Twitter, LinkedIn, Blusky, Pinterest, and he want to log it into the Google Sheet. So this client is asking me to run his social media campaign using AI. Okay, I'm not running it, and it is scheduled every day. Okay, so every day it runs at midnight. So this agent is completely working, no doubt in it. So like this, okay, the point here is if you learn LLMs, okay, that is the advantage. And again, you might have seen in that I had written the prompt. Prompt engineering is also part of it, and RAG and MCP servers are always required for you to complete the story of AI, because LLMs are only open, but if you want to teach them with your own domain knowledge, you need MCP servers, RAG, and tools. Okay, so sheet. Thanks, Anna. So now you can see here, the code is yes here. See here, the code is now generated. Okay, so now it is a proper Python coding. You can just copy paste in your IDE. It will work. Similarly, this. Okay, and this. So all this automated, but another is a bug, and if it is false, it should not come.
Yes,
Code.
yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
you need to fix that. Okay,
we will fix it. Yes, that's true. Thank you.
okay, guys. Okay, now coming back to this, coming back to the next concepts, guys. I think we discussed about all these things. Now that is all about no coding and domain. When coming to the coding, guys, this is the other important part of the training, which is nothing but you need to know Python. This is what I think we discussed. You need to know Python, and you need to know advanced things like pandas and numpy, which is again core libraries. Why we need this is just to have the basics, guys, because even though you are developing agents, but that agents you cannot develop all the agents at one go. It's not one line of 200 lines of code. You need to keep them in architecture. In the architecture, each and every component, when you are building it, you need to read the data, you need to write the data. Okay, for that you need things like NumPy and pandas. And now, very importantly, even though you are developing agents, one important part of that is your machine learning basics. This is where you need to go little bit one step back. I know we don't want to talk in the AI agent of age of AI, but very importantly, ML is very important because machine learning will give you the understanding about how these things works. This is all theory. You don't need to develop any machine learning model. Machine learning is part of artificial intelligence. But artificial intelligence is nothing but machine learning plus NLP. Okay. NLP plus machine learning is equal to AI. So why AI is so famous now? Because we got NLP, and behind that we got machine learning. So if you know that little bit of basics of all these things, it will be very nice to for you to have your basics and interview questions properly cleared. So as a part of ML, what you need to know: data collection, data cleaning, pre-processing, how to test it, and how to do model selection. So you don't need to run any of this model on your computer, because in the real time you don't know it. In the real time you only deal with agents. But Anna and myself will show you, and even Achana will show you how this machine learning model, which is 2 years old technology, but how we used to run, how this random forest is work, and how the supervised and unsupervised learning is to work. So will teach you couple of machine learning models, and we will also tell you how to test them and how to cross validate them. Anna, you are saying something?
No, exactly. That's a true value to the AML. Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, so this is technical, nothing but one model, guys. Before LLM, we used to run this model, but now large language model came. We are now talking differently, but having the knowledge of.
But this is the basic, and even some companies are just expecting your basic knowledge on understanding the ML and then different algorithm and how to validate and how to implement and ML workflow. They will also call it as. Yes, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. And coming back to the last important topic, guys, again, deploying that, not deploying the data, how you can link all this AI with the data, because again, in real time, like when you go to bigger companies, finance and all, if you are talking about if you are serious about getting a job as an engineer, which have at least 10 to 20 years of future, because I think you might have seen all the articles in Instagram and all, there are jobs for the people who know how to build agents or how to make use of agents. Okay, so it's like a instead of the jobs are there for the people how can you use AI. Okay, rather than you are not using AI, then there's no job. Okay, but as a part of that season, there'll be a lot of opportunities. Don't worry, job will be 100% guarantee. But one important thing, guys, even though you know AI will only work when you have data. Okay, so example, I had shown that architecture, right? The same architecture in real-time companies, in most of the companies who got Microsoft Azure, the same architecture that I had shown you will be implemented in Azure Studio. Okay, in Azure, we have Azure Studio. In that, they will do it. The reason why most companies are doing Azure, because we did a lot of research, it's because the database is existing in Azure. Okay, it can be SharePoint, it can be Microsoft SQL Server, or it can be data pipeline. They're using this data factory and all this data lake. So the data is in data factory. Now, if you are saying my agent is somewhere outside, hosting outside, it will be very consuming part for you to read the data and rewrite the data. They can use it, nobody stops, as far as we have APIs in MCP servers. But the preference is the people are liking to have AI component as a part of data pipeline, which is nothing but having the knowledge of ETL, which is nothing but data pipelines, are very important, so that you can complete the story. When you go to the interview, you can tell that I know data pipeline, and in the data pipeline where I can embed AI, so that your complete AI story will complete. Okay, the data example, even the test case that we discussed, the test case are in one sheet, the results are in one sheet, the recordings are in one sheet. So this all we have to link each and everything through data pipeline, and that's where Azure will be very much efficient. So having Azure knowledge, two purpose: one for data purpose, second for hosting purpose. Okay, even though you developed AI, you need to host it somewhere, right? Otherwise, how the end user will use it? So you need to know how to deploy this AI application that you developed into Azure, and you need to run that as a typical CI/CD pipeline. Okay, this is a different pipeline, that's a different pipeline. So you need to put your code, which is nothing but GPUs, okay, into the servers, the model into servers. So how do you deploy a model into Azure so that it is available all the times? Example, HMRC, Santander Bank, how the models are all deployed always in that is very tricky thing. It is not like a typical hosting on a server or It's not like a typical Kubernetes or Docker. It's a different way to do it. So we will teach you how to do that. Okay, so this is the Azure that we will teach you guys. Very important. That will help you to complete the story. And last and important part is, as you can see, a lot of opportunities available in that. AI, not only you will be how to learn how to develop AI, you need to know how to control AI. Okay, which is nothing but while taking decisions. Example, we're talking about cost factor, but we also need to think about data security. 90% of the people in real time, people are not using chat GPT in banks or any other organizations because they are not comfortable of putting their data into chat GPT. Even though chat GPT says I'm perfect, people are not very confident. Okay, so how you can bring confidence to the companies that AI can work is by making sure that it got all the compliance checks and responsibility checks and security breaches are not happening. So this information, if you know, it will be good. But if you're an AI tester, then you need to be master of all these things. Okay. Now, finally, yeah, I think this side should come a little bit front. I think it went here and there. So basically, guys, one important thing is whatever we teach, we are teaching to one framework called LangChain. Okay, so let me show you that LangChain framework. Okay, I think you might have seen my code here, guys. So this is the code which you might have seen it. So what we actually do is, as a part of the course, okay, we'll teach you how to develop an agent using code here. Okay, last time in NI10, I had shown you how to develop an agent by no coding tool, but the same thing I can use using coding, which is nothing but same thing. I have complete nodes here. I have node here. I have API here. I have API here. I got LLM here. I got LLM here. Okay. So I can do what was there, which is there in Python coding as well. Okay. But in this coding, why this is so easy to think about and write it, because we use a nice thing called LangChain. LangGraph and LangChain are the #1 AI automation frameworks. They are BI Spy, Crew AI, and other things, but they're all gone. Okay, the winner is LangChain LangGraph. We'll teach you this library, and this library also linked with a something called AI Studio. Okay, so nice, guys. So whatever I'm doing right now here, similar I can do in AI Studio using code as well. Okay, so example, I want to create one blog post out of one YouTube video. Okay, that's what okay, maybe I should not open my YouTube. So okay, let me open a sample YouTube. Um, okay, yeah, okay, I'll try to get some YouTube video here. So I'll tell you guys what I'm trying to show here is even the agent which I developed using Python coding can be executed on the web platform. That's called Langsmith Studio. So we will teach you this as well. But right now I will show a demo of that as well. Okay, it's that. Okay. I just want some sample YouTube video, which I can get it somewhere. Space. Yeah, this is the code to analyze a YouTube video. So it will create a podcast script out of one example. There is a Narendra Modi talking about something. You can create immediately. You can create a blog post out of it. Okay. So let me show you. Let me open one. Okay. See here in my screen right now. I'm talking about. Okay. See here. If I run this, now my code is getting executed and I will be getting some outcome out of it. Okay. So you can see here my code, the same thing which I discussed using my AI agent is now getting executed in Python code. Okay. And if you're running in Python code means it's a complete scalable and it's a corporate level of using a developing AI agents. Okay, which is nothing but you will be a AI engineer if you can do whatever I'm doing right now. Okay. See here, I developed one small workflow, which is exactly this code. And in this code, what it does is, again, here I can create one graph, and that's called, it's called on graph. So it analyzes the video and it creates a postcard report. Okay. Now see here, because it is LLM, I don't know, I think it is mostly using ChatGPT 4 or something like that. It is taking some time, but it will get the result. Okay. And by the way, if you want to change this, again, the same question will arise. Um, which AI agent or which LLM I have to use. So here also we have an option to change the LLMs. Okay, so this is absolutely, see here, this is Gemini. So they're using Gemini here. Okay, and which part of Gemini we are using? They're using Gemini. This is the Gemini API key. So they're using Gemini. Okay, and which version of Gemini? Also, we can actually identify. Give me a second. Yeah, Gemini client. Okay, client API. I think it is which Gemini we are using here. Uh, okay, give me a second, guys. So I will see the package. I'll show you. Uh, okay, yeah. So here I'm using So it is the latest one. So it takes the latest Gemini. Okay, I'm not specifying any version. So technically, it's the latest Gemini I'm using to generate the video. Okay. So that's it, guys. So I will get a video out of it. I'm getting it error because I think there's some token issues which I'll fix it. But mostly the code will be looking like this. Okay. So I will teach you guys. This is, don't worry. Oh, it's too much of coding. Don't worry. It's very simple coding. I also do 70% of my coding using, okay, AI driven coding. This is almost everything will come through my uh, chat GPT. Okay. You see, guys, I will do the same thing. You can see how I do chat GPT. I'll tell you. Okay. Add a node in land graph. Okay. See here in land graph. Okay. With a condition with latest version. Okay. Something like this. Okay. In Python. Okay. Don't worry. I will get a, this is what it will use. I mean, I can use Codex. I can directly open this Codex. I mean, I will do that normally, but I'm doing it right now. Okay, so now it will do some thinking, and this is called vibe coding, by the way. Okay, that's the latest one. So it will get the vibe coding. So vibe coding means I will only use my prompts to get the coding, but I'll verify it. Okay, because I got some basic knowledge of this. Okay, like this, guys. This is all very easy. You think it's difficult, but very easy. If I teach you like 1 day, 2 days, you'll be able to understand. Okay, see here, guys. I'm getting this code, and you can see here this code exactly. This is exactly what it is here. Okay, nothing but adding a builder code and adding that into a thing. So I can use this code, copy paste here, and I can use the code as simple as that. That's not my coding itself. Okay, so how easy it is. Okay, so you will get the complete code, and if you have to change, you can change. So that's how we teach you the coding. I will teach you proper coding, but if you're struggling with coding, don't worry, I will help you to get it through. AI will sort out for you. Okay.
AI powered development, we are there for with us. Yeah, we will give you the nice format of AI powered development through Sriram. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Yes. Okay. And finally, as a part of the course, guys, we will teach you the end-to-end project as well. Okay. So we will teach you the end-to-end. This is what you can put in your CV. No doubt, no questions asked. So we will teach you how to develop the complete AI agent framework, and we'll teach you how you can integrate with Git, how you can deploy, how you can do a log and analysis, which is what real time is about, and finally, how you can deploy into Azure. Okay. So this will give a 360 360 degrees view of complete training. Okay, guys. So the last thing, okay, let me just go tell me my last thing. After that, we will tell you the course curriculum. sorry, the course duration, course cost, and when we are starting the batch, and what discount that you are getting. I'll tell you in a few minutes. Okay, before that, one important thing that I want to tell you, once you complete the course, okay, that is where you think the training is finished. My point of view, that's where the actual journey starts. Okay, so now after the completion of the course, we have a strict, nice process to help you to get into the job, which is nothing but we start with helping to create a presentation of a CV with your own knowledge and what you learned from us. So we'll help you to get that absolutely best CV, which can go through all these job portals without any ATS scan and everything. And then we will teach you how to deal with the interview questions, because even though, example, you go to this job, all good, you can perform, but you need to know how to convert your interview questions, what is asked in the interview, how to tell. So we will tell you. And finally, the job links. You might have seen the power of us. We have hundreds of jobs like this. Okay. So we'll teach you. We will give you the job links where the opportunities are available. And if you have any other opportunities coming up in our way, we will refer you so that you won't need to go to LinkedIn and apply hundreds of jobs. That's our guarantee. Now, once you got your interview scheduled for any company, okay, we have an agent that we build. Okay, that agent will automatically do a mock interview for you based on two important things. You upload your CV and you just give a link of this job. Example, you got an interview with Midpace, you upload your CV and you will have upload your CV and job link, and it will do an interview and we will get the report out of it. That report will tell you whether you can get a job or not. As simple as that. Okay, the AI is so powerful. We developed agent. We don't want to show you. We'll only show you to the people who come to that level. Okay, so that is an AI mock interview tool that we created ourselves, and that is free for you. You will be able to do an 1 hour interview. Okay, and that interview questions, interview pattern, and exactly how that company have will do it, because we got a lot of experience with how to deal with. Our own knowledge has been put into this agent. So if you are able to clear this agent, 90% you will get a job. Okay, so powerful. And the other advantage of that agent is, if you after that, if I approve it, it will help you to analyze what mistakes you have done. Example, you went to interview and you have done, like, you got 60% score, then obviously you're not selected. Then you can again go to the interview and it will help you to analyze what mistakes you have done. It will help you to re-prepare the interview. Okay, that agent is our own agent, which we won't give it to you, but we'll give you whoever come to that level. So that 2 to 3 times my existing students are 2 to 3 times they deal with this and they're getting jobs. Because first time they do mistake, agent is helping. Second times they do mistake, agent is helping. Third time they're passing this agent. So their work is to get the pass mark from the agent. Then if they go to interview, they will automatically, they're getting the confidence. Okay, so that is the advantage of us, which will be helping you. And then when you go to interview, obviously we can help you to do some support on messaging and stuff, but mostly you have to face the interview. Okay, and we got a lot of success. So my point of view, after you will definitely get a job, no doubt in it. But after the job also, 1 to 2 months, 1 month will support you on the job. Example, they ask you to create a LangChain framework day one. So you call us and we can help you. Okay, like that, we have an interview placement assistance process. There is some additional cost for this, which we will be discussing after that. And there's no upfront cost. If you have to pay something, you have to pay after you get a job. We got some agreements in place, but which we will discuss you after the completion of the course. But you don't need to pay anything upfront, anything after the job. Okay, to get this placement. So that is the second part of the training. First part is this, second part is this. So we would expect you complete the training, do a project from us, then do a mock interview, come to the classes, attend to us, be good to us, and we'll be good to you. After that, we can offer you this placement assistance, which is 100% job guaranteed. Okay, that's how we can complete the loop. Okay, otherwise, if you are not getting a job, we are not happy. Okay, that way, let us work together 2 to 3 months. You will be able to get a job. That is our complete story. Okay, any questions, guys? Now let me open the questions and tell about other things. But any questions, anyone?
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Okay.
Archana.
Nice one, Sriram and
Thank you.
Anna. Nice one.
Yeah.
And all the best, Archana.
Archana also. Yeah. Good, good.
Uh,
Thank you.